Woohoo! Good morning, everybody. Welcome, good old Kiwi land, and your host Superman in the house. It's good to see you as well. Hope you guys are doing well here. We've got Hex price chart already. Of course, we're going to be doing market prices and, of course, crypto stock market, Hex, Maxi Hedron, all the rest, all the good stuff. We're going to get into it. We're going to look at the daily stats as well when it comes around, and a few more things than that. So hold on to your hats and let's go. Get into the chat, say hello, all the good stuff. Sure that everything is up and running here. Going good here. Woo! Woo! Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. All right, let's get in the house there. We've got some emojis there from Hex Token. Good evening, Superman. Christos is in the house. Hey, good to see you, Christos. And a Beam D as well. Woo-hoo! And Katie as well. Woo! Everybody, don't forget. Don't remember the chant there. You know, moon, 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 moon. That's how we're going. We're going to be rocking it up. And Pulse Wales in the house there as well. Pretty excited. Hookshot's in there. What's up, brother? What's up? What's up, Hexagon? Says Tintop. What's up? Good to see Tintop in the house there. Brendan as well in the house. Very, very cool. Tintop with the emojis looking strong. And I love the shout out. Yeah. So looking good there. We're going to get into some of the good stuff shortly in terms of the price review. Obviously, a lot's happening. John Gibbons in the house there. Good evening, all. Woo! And we got Brizolgi too. What's up, my family? Says Brizolgi. What's up, my family? And Hex James Bond in the house as well, with the emojis looking really sharp against that black backdrop in the chat there. Love it, love it, love it. All right, so we're going to get into a bit of the pricing here. We've got the whole chart here up on the daily on Hex. And, of course, we're back in that triangle again. You know, back in the bottom of the triangle there. We zoom in on this. Let me just mute my other computer. We zoom in on this. You can see the daily candle there. We've got a nice little green wick. Looks like we got up as high as 13.63 cents. Our low has been 11.37. We're currently at 12.22. I think we'll take that. That's better than nothing. Sitting here, we have managed to defend the support line between 10 cents and 11.5 cents, those two orange lines. I've got the comment in the way. That doesn't help. We've got the defend line here, the 10 cents and 11.5 cents. We've managed to defend that all the way back since the 4th of March. So that's pretty good all the way through. Looking happy with that. And, of course, we pounced back yesterday with some sell-off. So I do not think that was Rackham selling. If he wanted to sell, he could sell this chart down all day long, every day for a long time to come if he wanted to sell it down. So I don't think it was that. Some people were speculating on that. And, of course, he made a little light comment about that. So, yeah, I don't think that was the case. So we've got, obviously, coming up here, the 24th of May is what we had for our timeline. That's looking obviously dubious now since yesterday's update from Richard. But the purple line there for the 31st of May, I think that's still possibly in play. We'll see how the timeline gets updated by Richard after the devs have considered some of the auditing things that they had around the validators and stuff. So we'll see how that goes. At the moment, it's still a big question mark. I guess the end result is that just more patience as they work to get this thing 100%. We want it 100%. We've taken this long, and of course we want them to feel confident with the coding. So when it goes live, we've got no issues and we can really enjoy the ride, as it were. So it's much better to be patient and just wait for it to come out. So we'll look forward to an update from Richard about the timeline. He said he will let us know when he knows. So that's you can't do much better than that. All right, cool. We've got a few other things going on with the DEX prices. We've got Hex USDC, obviously on the daily here. We've just talked about that. We've got Hedron at 11.30, so a little bit on the softer side at the bottom of the trading range there. And of course, we pull that up, you can see the trading range here. The top of it was previously around 139. Obviously, we breached that. But the bottom here is around, well, we've had a few dips, but basically 1,000 has been the bottom of these dips here, which we got to today, actually. We got that today. We went down to 110, high of 116, and we're currently at 1130. So 11.30 there. So that's where we're at. Obviously, that's still over twice, well, about twice the all-time low. So we'll see how we get on. Scroll this down. That's a little bit muddled, that chart there, but there was an all-time low back on the 3rd of March, and we were sitting around, I don't know, around 5, 6 or something like that. So we're still up from there quite a bit. Let's see how we get on. A lot of people are looking keen at this, but of course, people have said they're looking keen on this, but of course, they haven't been accumulating really because the price hasn't moved. So we'll see how we get on with that. What else we got? Maxi in the house. Maxi, the killer performer. And of course, Maxi's doing pretty well there. 22 cents at the moment. And of course, that's looking pretty good on the chart there. We've got no big swing back down here at this stage. And we're well into it. So if we take from the 30th there, 30th, we were, let's look at the first, 16.6 cents, and now we're up at 22. So pretty nice looking chart there as well. If we switch to the premium and have a look at that compared to Hex, it's pretty good. So we'll have a look at that. So we've got 180 there, 80% premium. So looking good there on the premium. And woohoo! Let's have a look here. 22 cents, so 80% premium, not too bad at all. So that's looking good. We've got Pulse Dodge there at $2.76. That's looking pretty good as well. $2.76, and that's looking pretty nice there. The chart looks great. I think this chart looks really good. So we'll see how it gets on. Obviously, it would be nice to see it just rise up a little bit more. Maybe just tinker around and start heading up towards $3. But this is holding up pretty well. And of course, it's got a scarcity plan too. So I think that's pretty neat. So good on that. Let's have a look at some of the comments before we get onto the BNB chain. We've got a couple of comments there. We've got James Bond. Hello, everybody. 4th or 5th of June says 4.5s. Yeah, well, it's looking better and better that date. Early June launch looking better and better. Hello, Hex Token. Everybody says Sandy Beach. Hey, good to see you, Sandy Beach in the house. Spike says, what's up, peeps? Hey, good to see you, Spike. Sandy Beach with the emojis. Dave says, sorry, listening to RH interview now, but I'll be back for your replay. Yeah, Dave, I forgot that Richard was doing that interview with the highest of stakes, so I do apologize about live streaming at a similar time. And Crypto Tycoon says, woohoo, I'm on time. Hey, Super Hex, man, woo. Hey, good to see you, CT, in the house. And let's have a little fun with this. So I have, actually queued up that show, actually. Let me have a look at the... I don't know if I've got that up there. Is that a premiere? Is that that highest of stakes video a premiere? Let me just pull it up. Oh, it's not even started yet, is it? It's not. I don't think it's started yet. Oh no, it's live in 24 hours. So Richard Hart live in 24 hours. So I'm not sure, Dave, what you're talking about there. Let me know what you're referring to. All right, cool. We've got obviously a BNB chain, so we're going to look at that. Yeah, so Richard Hart's live stream, so with the highest stakes not on for another 24 hours, based on what I saw. We've got 0.009 or close to 1 cent on Pulse Dodge, and that's been going up pretty nicely there a little wee while. And of course, we're going to check out what BNB is at the moment, but so far Pulse Dodge doing pretty well. P33, the free Pulse team there, up at 51 cents. That's looking pretty good. After a ragged pullback, and of course, if you bought up at the top, $2.48, you'd be really desperate for this to come back up. But at the moment, it's 51 cents there. This is typically what we see in most charts, right? Obviously, it was affected here by the market pullback, but this is typically what we see all the time. So don't be that guy that buys at the top, right? Don't be that guy or girl. Don't be that girl either. Now we got IM in the house there. We've got that also looking pretty similar, right? Run up and a pullback there. So that's what we see a lot. So IM sitting at 14.90, getting a little bit of a move up, there on that one. So that is the BNB chain. So those are the kind of the ecosystem tokens at the moment that I've been following. Obviously, there's a few others, but those are the key ones there. Obviously, let's jump over to the market and have a look at this. Woohoo! BTC at 30,482 and ETH at $2,093. Looking pretty good, pretty solid there. BNB at 306. So those are those BNB pairs there, and that's pretty good. USDT still a little bit unpegged. USDC looking strong as usual. DAI looking strong. BUSD looking strong. USDT down here at 19.4 cents. So looks like a bit of a recovery there. So that's pretty much what's happening in the market there. What else? Have we got any standout performance there? Nothing that I can see. Litecoin's doing pretty well. It's on dark green there. And I don't know if that goes 72. It's up 7% there on Litecoin. So the market's doing pretty well. As I said, the market's kind of rebounding there and sitting in a decent position. You know, this is my sweet spot for Pulsechain launch. So if we're anything like this or just slightly higher in between that 30-40K range, I think that's pretty good. If we jump over to Terra, which has been the talk of the town, Terra, it's a bit like a Terra at the moment. It's not just Terra, but Terra, you know, the stuff there. Anyway, so we were going $100 there for the USD. Obviously, we actually crashed down here on the 10th of May, and we started crashing down. Bam, bam. It managed to kind of hold its peak here. Some people would have got caught down here, right? Sorry, back up here. So it would have rebounded to 83. Some people would have got caught up there buying it. Yeah, it's just tumbled since then. And as we know, it's down pretty low here. This one here says 8.9 cents on here, as opposed to here it was showing up at 19 cents. So something's not right there. Obviously some different trading pairs and stuff, but that's a bit weird. So that's 8.9 on the USD there, which one you're going to take. But in any case, the Luna itself is, you know, on the log scale there. You can see that Luna had a big rally. Many of us that were playing around with this, we bought down here. And of course we wrote it up here, and some of us made 8, 9, 10x on this. I think James was in the house there too. So we were made on this, and then we ended up selling in this area here, or at least across this area. And of course, many of us put it back into Hex. So that was a pretty nice little windfall there. Obviously, highly speculative, and we're only playing with small amounts of money, most of us in any case. But it turned out to be a lot of money by the time we finished. Then, of course, the market's pulled back here. And, of course, sitting now at 18,700 as well. So, obviously waiting for some news. So what happened with their news? Well, not a lot. Not a lot's happened. A little bit's happened. But basically they posted this retweet here about what Terra had in assets at the 7th of May in the Luna Foundation. And, of course, that's probably all gone burger now. This is based on the 7th of May there. But it was talking about transparency there. So it's a bit weird posting transparency. If you're going to do it, you should do it before and after. I'd like to see an after one there. The other big thing, of course, with Terra is the votes gone through. So they passed the threshold here. That was that quorum amount. And, of course, it's absolutely exploded up here. We're now up to 42% of votes have been played out for Terra Luna. Let me just expand this a little bit. So the vote was burn the remaining UST in the community pool, cross-chain liquidity incentive UST. So $1 billion the UST there. Now, if we look at the supply of UST, the supply of UST sitting at 11.3 billion. So 11.3 billion there. And of course, the vote is to burn 1 billion of those. So what's that, about 8%, 9%, something like that ballpark. So a 95% yes vote on that, 4% abstain, 0% no. And so it looks like that's going to end in one day, so the 19th. So that'll be interesting. See whether that has a bit of a mood on the market. But it does anything for the Luna or the USD. Obviously, it's going to burn and end up burning UST. End up burning Luna. And so if we have a look at Luna supply, I think it's still at 16. Am I on the wrong one there? I got to make sure we're on that one there. Let me just update that. Supply, yeah, so still sitting at 6.5 trillion Luna in supply. So obviously that's going to burn a billion, burn quite a bit of that. 8-9% of that. So that'll be interesting whether it has any dent on the market. I doubt it's going to do too much, but you never know. So that's where the threshold is here for Terra Luna. We haven't seen much around solutions that I'm aware of on the link. So we'll actually, I don't think we've got much on that. So yeah, pretty cool. So that was it on Terra Luna so far. Let us know in the chat if you've heard anything else. I haven't commented on there. Maybe around solutions, do Quan solution and things like that. So let us know. But let's get back in the chat. We're going to check out a few things. We're going to get on to the stock market in a second. We'll leave it on the good old Hex price here. Let me go back to the Hex price. We'll leave it on this chart here. We'll go to the hourly and put it on this chart here. That's Hex there at the moment. All right, let's get into some of the comments as well. We're up to DB in house there. Greetings. Good to see you, DB. RH streamed a few hours ago with a model. Okay, Brendan, I missed that. So I'll try and check that out. Hexforce says, so I guess Kinetics was wrong about May launch. Shocker. Well, we heard it by hearsay, Hexforce. So we didn't hear it from him from himself. That's what I would say about that. David says, hey now. And woo, Hex Token channel in the house, John William. Hey, good to see you. Eurasians in there too. We should go back to the channel. What was it? Back to the channel of, let me have a look here. Back to the channel of a bear flag for Hex, which is around 12.5 cents to go up again. I think so too. July the 4th launch says Diamond Hands. July the 4th, the US Independence Day. I like that sound of that. Pulsechain says no. So it'll be fun. We are the world, not USA, says Pulsechain. Diamond Hands says, I won it yesterday as well, says Diamond Hands. Yeah, that's true. Understand that's why I said US. Yeah. Andrea says, I haven't seen a tweet that says that, Andrea. I've seen quite a few tweets, but I haven't seen anything on that. I reckon we can go forth and multiplier. Too much gambling and Luna staking Hex are much more relaxing, says James. Yeah, James, I agree with you on that for sure. And A1 says, hit the likes. Definitely hit the likes there. D-Money says, I'm here. Welcome, D-Money. All right, 2. Woohoo! All right, so as you know, I'm not really going to comment on the old Richard Hart, Rackham, Rochelle thing on the channel, just so if you're wondering why I don't respond to most of the comments on that. All right, cool. Let's get on to the stock market. Stock market here, not too bad. We got a nice rebound here. So Dow Jones up 431 points to 32,654. We got the S&P up 80 to 4,000, and that's nice to see. Over 4,032 respectively. So that's pretty cool. We have a look at the week on the we're on the Dow Jones here. We have a look on the week on the Dow Jones. It's got a nice little recovery. Did go down pretty low here, down to 31 too. So that's a bit of interesting. On the monthly there, yeah, that low was 31. So it's nice to see it back up over 32. Remember its high, I think it was 35 back here. I think that is the high. Oh no, it's been higher. So I corrected there, 36,876. Just going to double check what the higher is there. So 36,800 is the high there. So we're definitely down from there. Definitely showing some weakness though, right? Even with the recovery back over 32, still showing weakness in this chart. So that's going to be interesting whether that's historically significant. Typically, those pullbacks like that are historically significant. So we'll see, wait and see, find out. The VIX, of course, it represents the volatility in the market. The VIX index, and that seems to be pretty flat today at 26. So yeah, that looks like what's happening. We've got an update here, of course. Stock market today, Dow racks up gains as chip rally powers tech. Obviously, tech has primarily driven this market. So the Dow racked up gains on Tuesday, supported by a chip-led rally in tech as a better than expected retail sales data pointed to a strong consumer revived bullish bets on Wall Street. Now, these things are neither here nor there with some of these write-ups. You remember they use, just trying to make it sound better than it is. Dow Industrial Jones averaged gained 1.3%. Of course, I know we talked about that. That's pretty good. Tech climbed more than 2%, led by semiconductors, AMD, and NVIDIA, racked up gains. And I thought they were having a lot of trouble delivering semiconductors. Advanced micro devices jumped 8%. after Piper Sandler upgraded the chip maker to overweight from neutral following the recent pullback. Yeah, I thought they were having a lot of trouble making chips and supplying the market with chips, so I'm not sure and kept up to date with that enough. Big Tech was also in the ascendancy, trading off a fresh climb high in treasury yields following signs of strength in the consumer after the US sales rose more than expected in April. So good to see consumers doing well, pushing the market. The Commerce Department said on Tuesday that sales rose 1% in the month, in line with economists' forecast. The retail sales data control group, which is filtered into USD GDP, rose 1%, well above expectations. And finally, April retail sales rose solidly and showed no sign that the consumer is cracking under the weight of inflation, higher interest rates, or the lack of stimulus, Jeffrey said in a note. Yeah, I think that's overplayed, that comment there. So that's going to be interesting to see how long that stays around. The strong economic data arrived just hours before the Fed Reserve Chairman Jeremy Powell pledged to keep hiking interest rates until inflation cools. So that there's really that's going to play out more and more in the months ahead. So that we're talking about volatility. This here is going to play out more and more in the markets ahead. Not only to affect stock markets, but the crypto market as well. We need to see inflation coming down. So the connection there is really around the institutions that are now playing in crypto, and they play the same games. So that's why we're getting such a big connection now to the stock market there. We need to see inflation, and also that's a speculative play. We need to see inflation coming down in a convincing way. Until we see that, we will keep going with rate hikes, Powell said in an interview with Wall Street Journal. Now, I really don't. I think that some of their masters, as it were, will be thinking about. They may not care that they go into a recession, although they do have the midterms coming up. So we'll see how that plays out. Powell said in an interview with Wall Street Journal, the Fed chief stressed that the U.S. central bank wouldn't hesitate to go beyond the neutral rate, the rate that neither slows or grows the economy if needed to achieve price stability. So that suggests they're willing to go into recession, the country in recession. So you got to remember this is a very blunt instrument, and of course they're really between a rock and a hard place. So I only really see damage happening here, as opposed to anything good coming from that. That's what happens when you print too much money over the many years, 15 years, and you lift yourself in a large amount of debt. That's what happens. We'll see how it plays out. So cool. A lot of obviously the tech company and stuff doing pretty well as well. So nice. Supermarkets, of course, having issues with food supply and stuff. So we'll see how that plays out. That's just a quick update there on the stock market. Didn't want to get too much into that. But hey, we've got Hex daily stats coming up in about 22 minutes. So we're going to have a look at that, plus Hex liquidity as well. We'll look at that when it comes up. So let's get back to the Hex price there, 12.33 cents. Woohoo! All right, where did I get up to on the comments? Am I miles behind? Not too far. Simple says that are we not launching in May anymore? I wouldn't be. I'm not as optimistic as I was a couple of days ago about launching in May. Simple believer. It's still possible, but not sure about that. And what else we got going there? Sandy Beach says RH said weeks in the live stream earlier today. Hey, thanks, Sandy Beach. Appreciate that. So obviously the live stream with the model looks like they're going to be a few weeks. So yeah, that's why I said I'm not really confident about a May launch now. So it looks like a June. It's the way it's going to be, I think. Andrea says, what else we got going on there? Let me just jump through some of this. D Money says, I think it's FUD. Yeah. 3 trillion PLS6, he could crash the price 99% at any time. Yeah, like I said, just remember that he could keep selling Hex or any of those things anytime he wanted for a long time. So for those wishing anything like that, that's not what you want. That's probably as much as I want to say about that. Let me just jump through some of the stuff. I think Silver Believer says it right, guys. Let's stop talking about that and keep the chat positive. Yeah, I don't know about the name there, but anyway, what else we got? Al Murlos says, Superman, what do you think about Hex parity? Yeah, I do. I think there's going to be a premium on Pulsechain, but there'll be probably pretty strongly tied liquidity pools. And the OA may very well instigate some of those liquidity pools with large volumes, and the sacrifice as well. Sacrifice wallet. Obviously, no expectations, but I think that's probably where it lies. The Eurasians there. I haven't got my my light on at the moment, so I'm probably a little bit darker than normal, just because it's I just haven't. It's too bright at this time in the morning, or at least given the fact that I haven't been outside yet. So that's why I got the light off there. Eurasian says the PHEX and EHEX will have similar price, or will EHEX dump dramatically after launch? Well, I'm suspecting that PHEX will have to get priced up pretty fast. I'm expecting to get priced up pretty fast. I expect there to be good liquidity and between the two pairs, and I expect we will see a bit of volatility in EX. But I suggest there's definitely people wanting to bridge over the EX. Quite a few, people have said that. So there will be volatility in the EHEX price. What else we got going there? Brazil's jumping the gun there. 6.6 payout. Yeah, 6.6 payout. Sweet. Yeah. We're going to get to that. Actually, let's have a look at it now since Brazil's already gone there. We got 6.69 Hex there payout at the moment. 11.7 million in penalties. A fantastic day in the office. A fantastic day in the office there with the payouts that we're expecting to close out there. Pretty nice. I love it. I love it there. I'm just zooming on that. That's pretty neat. So regardless of what's happening in the marketplace, I think that's spectacular. May late June launch call for Prevail. Hey, just I want to say one thing about Pulsechain. So Pulsechain is moving into the big time, right? So in the big time, you got a lot of big money. You want big money. You want your prices to be pumped. You need big money to come in. Big money wants to see things done in a certain way. So I'm just going to leave it at that. And yeah, if you want to attract the big money, it's got to be done in a certain way. Let me just leave it at that. Gen Hex says, woo-hoo-hoo, good to see you, Gen Hex. And what else we got going? I'm sticking on it with the 27th, says Dintop. Yeah, Sandy Beach said that earlier today in the Richard live stream that he said a couple of weeks. So I think that's pushing us, into early June, if you're asking me, maybe even mid-June. So we'll see. I'm going to watch the video and see what he actually says there. Raiders in house there. Will a PLSX token also be on the ETH blockchain, or just if you bridge it? There may end up being a wrap version over there, Raiders, is what I would suspect. We might get a wrap version. D Money in house 29th. I know, says D Money. Hey, I like 29th. Does sound, if it was going to be early, 29th might be the days there. But yeah. Tony D says the Rackham stuff is scaring me. I wouldn't be scared, Tony. I wouldn't be scared. The Rackham doesn't move like that. D Money says, if not May the 29th, 6 to 8 months. Oh, D Money. Yes, that is classic. Nice one there. Was it? It's Nana says, your date's looking better and better and better. It's now. Are you a Nostradamus or something? So yeah. Hey, let's pull up our competition. Because we had a cool competition, and let's see what if it's not May now, then that's going to everybody that's currently in May at the moment. Obviously Morrison that have already out on that one, but everybody that's in May, all these people names here. So let's all these names here. I think that was May. So that's 70. If it doesn't launch in May, we've got 90 people in the competition, and that would count out 76 people would be gone out of the competition. So that would be pretty crazy stuff there. So 76 people, that would leave us with, 24 people left if it does happen. So that would leave these people here. We've got some people really far out. So Crypto R7 out the back there. We've got Warped Impulse and Ashtree Hey, look, these guys might actually be in the money. These guys, who knows? But at the moment, it's now is looking pretty good. The third, so I'm just assuming that May's not in, given Sandy saying that Richard's live stream earlier was a few weeks. It could come in. Obviously, what day are we on now? 18th. So we're currently on this day. This day? Brazology's day. I guess it depends on if you take UTC time, which we are going to try and take UTC time. Then you've got still got how many days? How many days between there? So 31st, so 10, 12 days or something. So we've still got about 12 days. So it's still possible to get on the back end here in this area. So we'll see. But it's now. I think you're looking pretty good in that spot there. I think that's probably true. Right with Summer and Rare Groove. So cool. We'll see that. Nice one. Hey, look, Brazology's got his name in red. I don't even remember doing that, but we guess we did do it. That's funny. What else we got? A stub my crypto. I love that name. That's funny. If you're staked and you know it, yeah, true. If you're staked, you don't care what happens in the drama and the market. Market cycles. Let's say market price. Absolutely, you probably do. But the market cycles, you just ride them through. You just keep collecting your hex with those T-shares, and that's the way it goes. Tank Crypto's in house. Woo, woo, woo. Good to see it. Tim Top's in there too. June 7, baby, says Killer Craig. Yes, June 7. Killer Craig's in there, man. You're looking better and better between it's now and you. I think June is possibly looking better and better now. Jed Hex says, how do I get on that list, love? Yeah, the list is closed. We closed off the list. There's a few people wanting to get on it, but we've closed it for sure. Please put me on June the 1st, says Eurasian. The list was closed. We just did it on one day. I think it's just fair to keep it closed like that, and I'm sure that we'd get a lot of complaints if we changed it there. How to put my date into the competition? I must have missed that, says John. John, I'm surprised. I thought you would have been on here too, but maybe you missed that live stream that we did. But we had the list there. We had 90 people in this thing. I mean, it was a pretty good day. We had a lot of fun too during the live stream. But yeah, I think it's late May or early June, possibly the earliest now that we could be looking at with some of those updates. Brendan says, can I change my prediction? Yeah, where are you, Brendan? I think you're at the top, aren't you? You're tomorrow. You're tomorrow. Yeah. It's closing out on you. I feel like the sun is closing out. You're being blocked out. Brazil says, so far I'm winning the launch date. My name is in red. You are. And Get Hex says, man, how did I miss this list? I'm here every day. I don't know, Get Hex. Maybe it was because I think I did it on the second live stream, and maybe you had turned in early for the night that day. Tail7 says, I'm still slightly optimistic for the 25th. Well, it's still, like I say, I think it's still this time. It's still in the still late May. There's somewhere still in the game. I just don't think we're going to get the 24th. Because of Sandy Beach's update that she just gave us about Richard's live stream earlier. You got to be here if you want to participate in the games. That's true, says Briz. Craig says, I missed the list too. It was on the second stream late. Yeah, it was, Sandy. Excuse me. Bob. Woohoo. Oh, boo. I said Bob. Boo. Yeah, boo. Yeah, that's true. Now, can we add our prediction now, says Sandy Beach? Well, I don't know. I think that'd be too controversial to add. So I don't know. There's no way of me getting permission from all the 90 people to do it. So that's why I just left it. I just left it closed. Get Hex says, I'm writing to a firmly worded letter to your manager. Said, man, that's funny, man. X says, hi, brother. How are you doing? Nice to see you live again. I appreciate that. It's good to be live. Richard is live in 10 minutes. Is he? Are you sure? Is he live in 10 minutes? Let's have a look at his wallet there, because I'm coming up there. How long? We've been live 34 minutes. Let's have a look. Has he got a live update? I don't see him live here. Is he live? No, I don't see him live there. Let's have a look on this channel. His next live stream in 24 hours. No, don't see any live stream there. Cool, Vip. All right, it's cool. Let us jump out of there. We're going to have a look at the Hex Daily Stats. Is definitely coming up soon. We got 10 minutes to go. Hex Daily Stats wraps up. They can pick now as long as they pick a day that passed already. Yeah, that's probably true. I don't know why I got a cough on, so I apologize for that. GetX says, for the record, I picked May the 21st, says GetX. Very cool. Briz, it's tomorrow, says Sandy Beach. Yeah, it's tomorrow. Sandy says that Crypto Tycoon says, I just got in Twitter. I just got it in Twitter 10. Twitter 10? I just got it in Twitter 10. I'm not sure what that means. Let me know what that means, Crypto Tycoon. All right, so we're waiting for this. Man, this is a great day in the office. Let's pull up the old chart on this because we're going to have a look at that. I'm going to make sure I get the right one here. Pull that up and just trying to see how good this day will be compared to previous days. Uh, 6.6, so that would put us, that was 6.68 there. That put us in a pretty good place. I mean, there's lots of 6s and 7s. But it's still another good day in the office. What did we have yesterday? We had a pretty good day too. Yeah, look at these days payouts, man. 6, 6, 1, 6, 2, 6, 1, 6, 5, 5, 6, 1, 3, 6, 1, 8, 6, 3, 6, 2, 6, 1. And look, we're heading up towards 6, 6, 9. Man, oh man, that is so good. Love it. And of course, you're going to get copied over to Pulsechain. I suspect that we will get some volatility on the ETH chain. Obviously, some people will sell down. But I do suspect that we'll probably, once we get through that, we'll have two good chains operating with passive income. And of course, the APY offers arbitrage opportunity. So we'll see how that goes. And liquidity, see how the liquidity goes on both sides. So obviously the Pulse chain is going to become the new chain, right? So for the richer ecosystem, that's what it is basically. So it's a pretty big deal. All right, Hex at 12.33 cents. Not actually changed too much there. Sorry, I missed a few of these. Eurasian says, what is your prediction of Hex before launch, up or down? Well, I do suggest it's going to be up. Eurasian, at the moment, the market's kind of just mulling around. And of course, with the delays in Pulsechain, it's just not moving. I think we haven't seen much in terms of big buyers. That's a big telling sign. And of course, they're probably allocating capital elsewhere. If we look at the whale bot, we can see that over the last 24 hours, we'll go through last 24 hours here on the whale bot. We can see that we had 8 hours ago, we had 1.5 million exports of 182. We had good accounting in there. We've had lots of good accounting penalties. That's why we got such a high payout today. Look at the good accounting penalties. We had an annual stake there mature. Interesting. 55 million stake ended. The reward was 8.5 million Hex, 15.5% ROI or APY as well. And of course, there was a 1 year stake there, 3,869 T shares. So it was nice to see that play up. 5.2 million Hex bought 4 hours ago, 600,000. So that was cool. That's the kind of bigger buys that would like to be seen going into Hex. So that was nice to see that. We also had $200,000 there too. And another 200. So that was a decent buy. That's what we want to see more of that. And of course, the Hex whale bot here, we saw this big 37 million Hex stake for 441 days, 2,167. So these are the kind of things we want to see. Good big buys and good big stakes. Love it. Love it. And of course, in addition to that, good payouts, big payouts with good accounting. So it was a pretty good day in the office today compared to yesterday, which was a bit of a rough day. But that was cool. People did their stakes long term. I think it was over 800 days or something like that. And they got their stakes. They committed to their thing, and then they got paid at the end. And that's just the way it goes. I mean, the price could have been 50 cents when they came out. It could have. Of course, they sold out at 13 or something like that, 13 up. But you get a bit for that. That's just the way it goes. So cool. Nice. All right. So we're going to jump back to the price there, 12.33. No real change. June the 10th is my guess, says John. Hey, nice. That's looking good. Did we actually have that pop on the market? I should actually probably pull that back up. Let me pull that back up Sweepstakes there. Let me pull it up. So did I have you on June the 10th? Are you there? Oh, you're just adding your name in if you were, yeah. I could actually, what I could do is I could add your name, but you wouldn't be participating. I could add your name, but not participating. How about that? I could do that. Get rid of that. I got the wrong colors on there. Put that on there, Brazil. I'll leave it bolded, Briz, just for you. Leave it bolded. All right, so yeah, let me know. I can add your names, but your names won't be included in the competition. If you want to do that, let me know. Demon and House it wouldn't be fair if they didn't pick when the pickings were larger. Yeah. And Get Hex says I shortened my name to make it easier to say lol. It's much easier to get Gen Hex to say. But the problem is with Gen Hex, I still call you Get Hex all the time because Get Hex is in here so much. So I apologize for that. Pulsechain says we were born to be alive. Patrick Hernandez. Yeah, that's good. I like that. The interview is tomorrow. Sorry, says Sandy Beach. Yeah, definitely tomorrow. Crypto Takers, that tagged you in the post on Twitter. Okay, cool. Appreciate that, Crypto Tycoon. I think they messed up the timer and meant the 24th at 10 minutes. 24 hours and 10 minutes. Okay, cool. Thanks, Chris. Ike says good news, Richard, launching in a bull market, not bear market. That will really make us good profit and more time to spend. I spread info to known millionaires, billionaires. Yeah, true. GetHex says, Gen Hex says, Twitter just said live in 10 minutes. Highest mistake interview, is that a mistake? Yeah, I think it's a mistake because the clock, I've got the clock up here and on the actual video and it's 24 hours time. So I got to remember that tomorrow though, so I don't get that. Okay, Katie says, did anyone watch the How to Pulse live stream yesterday talking about ERC20 strategies when Pulse Bridge opens? Any thoughts? Katie, yeah, I watched that. And of course, Jesse the Pit Boss came with some cool stuff there. Definitely was pretty cool. Most of the general retail stuff is probably not a surprise. A lot of the stuff that Jesse was talking about are kind of more advanced, and it's highly speculative too. So I do think that some of the popular ERC20s, maybe some of the unpopular ERC20s that get copied over to PRC20s may have better ratios because of the impact that people get Hex and a ratio trade Hex down. So while it might have a theoretical good theoretical price, maybe 40 to 80 or something, like, could end up being thousands to one pulse. Could get really silly, if you know what I mean. Really just depends on how thick those liquidity pools are, which I suggest they're going to be pretty good. But when you got big players, they can also move the ratios pretty fast too, and they typically get often get there early before most of the retail people do. So we'll see. There's a lot of unknowns, Katie. A lot of unknowns. Ike says, just be patient, guys. Patience is key. I know Richard planning big for us, making sure there's no bugs at all. Yeah, that's the main game. It's just making sure that launch is cool. What else we got going there? Ike says, warped. No one knows exactly when. Richard will choose the best timing. We can all profit and zero chance of bugs. Yeah, it's true. D Money says, Richard Hart live in 10 minutes. Looking at Christina Hype Twitter, says D Money. I appreciate the super sticker there, D Money. Big bow down from the Superman. And yeah, no, I think it's got live in 24 hours. So, but there's a lot of people commenting on the chat at the moment. So, Richard's on there saying starting in a second, but it's got live in 24 hours. So it's very confusing on the video. Let me just update and see whether that's actually changed or not. Yeah, it's still got live in 24 hours. Yeah, Richard is in the chat there. Yeah, you'll be positive. My goodness. What else we got on there? Starting in a second, says Richard. So it may very well be starting in a second. We'll see. It says 24 hours on the video. What else we got there? Launching later better than launching with bugs. That could lead to a fail of launch. Plus, launching in bull market makes 1,000% difference. Launching in bear market. So that's true. I'm happy with that, says John. Thanks. June the 9th, says Sandy Beach. So we'll put June the 9th in there. I'll just have to highlight it that Sandy Beach. put that in there, and I'll just have to highlight it that it's not in the compo. So what should I give that? I'll put red and white. But yeah, there we are. That's pretty easy. Nice. Brazil's like, I had the red before. I had the D-Money's in house there, joking. All right, cool. And Ike says, when ETH launched, they had problems with led to fall of price. Richard is taking his time to make sure it doesn't happen. Trust me, Richard is a good man, which is doing hard work for us, says Ike. And morning all, says Scott Miller. Hey, Scott Miller, good to see you. Just be patient and don't spread FUD, says Ike. Yeah, it's true. I agree with that 100%. The drama really doesn't help, and I don't think things will play out exactly like people think they will. Richard Hart live right now, so it's now. He is live right now. It has started right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to wrap up. Let me know in the chat if you want me to wrap up. Probably will do because Richard's going live, so we'll probably play that video as well. I think Archie's live. Put me down for 10 minutes. Hex Token. You appreciate it. He's live. Yeah, let's jump over the folks to the video. I'm just trying to thing there. I don't know if he's on Hex Streamers. Let me have a look here. Hex Streamers. Bam. And here it is here. So let me post this in the chat there.
Sometimes you're in underwear. That is true.
And bam. All right, cool.
If you want to chill in your underwear, you're the one that would like to put on.
It is live. So there it is, the link in the chat there. Take care of you guys. I'll see you in the live stream number 2 later on today. So have fun. Bye for now. Take care.